The program is called Safe Communities, and as a result of the recent edict by the president and changing things up when it comes to immigration policy, procedure, and all that type of stuff, Safe Communities is, I guess, no more, but it's morphing into something else, and I understand that our local sheriff had a chance to speak with the feds about what's next. Joining us on 710 KQRV, our sheriff for Hidalgo County is Eddie Guerra. Sheriff, welcome back to the show. Okay, so let's first explain what was Safe Communities, and how did it run in our county?
Well, the program was called Secure Communities.
I'm sorry.
Secure Communities throughout the country. It was a program designed for the federal government to come in and place a detainer on individuals that were suspected of being in this country illegally throughout the country. These detainers were challenged in other areas of the country by some of the states, and even some of the federal courts held that these detainers were violating these subjects' civil rights.
Okay, so you have people that broke the law somehow and are being detained at the local jail, and the feds would go in and glean the jail to see who's in the country illegally, take them, and then deport them, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So this Secure Communities program, I understand, is being sunset. So how's it changing? I understand you had a chance to speak with the feds about this yesterday.
Well, actually, we did have a stakeholders meeting that was called by our federal partners. However, the division that runs the Secure Communities did not come to the meeting. But I do know that it's being replaced at the end of the year. The way it's being run, it's going to be changed now to a program called Priority Enforcement Program. PEP is what they're calling it.
The name says it all. Okay, so is Secure Communities still running until the day that this new priority enforcement kicks in, or have the feds stopped showing up at the local jail?
No, they're still here. They're still here, coming to the local jails and coming to to my jail and all the city jails, and still placing detainers until I was told until the January 1st, and then they're going to change the program over to this new priority enforcement program.
Hidalgo County. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
In line to what the priorities of that they set now by. It's a three-tier step on what the priorities are on removing undocumented aliens from this country.
Joining us on 710 KURV is Hidalgo County Sheriff Eddie Guerra.
Sheriff Tim Sullivan here. So how will this new program continue to identify the criminal immigrant and get that person out of the country and still, abide by the civil rights aspects?
Well, they're no longer going to be called detainers. The way I look at this, Tim, is basically they're just changing the name of this program. The concept is still going to be the same.
You still have a federal officer in your jail?
They're still going to be continuing coming into our jail. It's not really going to affect my process because we're a border county. And we have immigration presence here in this county.
Yeah.
Readily. So they're here every day. It's going to change in the way they do business in these other jails and detention facilities throughout the U.S.
Do you think it addresses the constitutional questions that had arisen under Secure Communities?
Well, that's what the goal is they're going to remove the detainer and call it a notification, where they're going to notify the agency that's holding the individual that this person is on our list to deport. We identified him as being a convicted felon or a terrorist or and it fits into their the tiers that they have. This new tier, so they're gonna just notify the warden or the facility that we're going to deport this guy when you're done with him.
In our previous conversations, Sheriff, when you explained this program to us, when the feds show up at your jail and they notice that the individual is in the country illegally, whether he has a criminal past or not, that individual would be red flagged and eventually be removed and deported from the country. And this new name, sir, this priority enforcement thing that kicks in at the beginning of next year, sounds to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds to me like they will only be red flagging or notifying people that have criminal pasts and prioritizing those people for deportation while leaving other folks who are in the country illegally and do not have a criminal past, leave them in your jail. It sounds to me like that's what's going to happen.
That's exactly that. Looks like that's what's going to happen. If you look at their tier level, the first tier is, of course, your convicted felons, your national security threats, your gang members, your illegal entrants apprehended here on the border. Your second tier are those convicted of significant or multiple misdemeanor. And then your last tier is going to be those who have re-entered this country unlawfully, and they're targeting those after June 1st of 2014.
So it goes from higher to lowest priority.
And all those three tiers are supposed to be kicked out of the country, right? All those three?
All those three. So you're seeing the individuals there that's probably in my jail for let's say a Class B misdemeanor for the first time.
Yeah,
they're really not gonna target those people.
And if they never hit the radar for the feds, with the feds of coming into the country illegally and being deported, then coming back, and there's no record of that. And
it's also going to be based. What they're telling me, it's also going to be based on the biometric data that's collected at these local jails from these individuals that have when they're flagged. This guy has been a convicted felon, or he's a previously deported felon, or he's in our system. So they're going to rely a lot on.
Sheriff, before I let you go, I know there's so much we could talk about this. Is there a potential stream for prosecution for individuals that are being sought? I mean, they will be prosecuted first and incarcerated for their crime if they're being sought for that, and then deported, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Sheriff, thank you much. That's Sheriff Eddie Guerra joining us on 710 KURV.